and you would be punished for it. Even though it would be hard, I feel like I would be a great ruler. Everyone would be able to have free education, and we would help our earth out by keeping it safe from any harm. Murder would never happen because they would immediately be caught. No rape or any kidnapping would happen to women or men. That is my first poem. Moving on to my second poem, uh, I wrote this poem from like all the experiences that happened over the past couple months. I felt like this is what I needed to say. So uh, say to the other side. So this is how it goes. Dear officers, if you abuse your power, you shouldn't be an officer. Turn your badge in immediately. Turn in your badge if you're racist and don't want to help anyone but your race. I know we didn't grow up in the same environment, but that doesn't mean you can treat us like we don't belong here on planet Earth. Thank you.
Cap, as you close up, can you speak to the second photo of yourself?
Oh, so this photo is like right next to my school. This is the place where I play basketball at like almost every day when the weather is pretty nice. Um, I chose this picture is because I want to come back later in like a couple years to see where I've been through in life and to reflect on like what happened in my basketball career because that's my favorite sport. I love to play it. I really enjoy it. I want to see like how far I went and like what accomplishments I have like achieved. So that's why I picked this place.
I'd like to encourage people. You can snap. Don't turn your mic on and snap, but you can offer some snaps, and you can also use the emotion. There's some reaction. That's the word I'm looking for. Reaction features that you can use. Some hand claps. Yep, I see Michelle's doing that right there. So yeah.
Hello, my name is Ristam Habtemariam. I'm 18. I'm going on my second year with Word is Bond, and I'm a freshman at University of Oregon. A little bit about me. I'm the youngest of 8 children. My parents are immigrants from Eritrea, which is a country in East Africa, and they moved to the States in 1990. Initially, they moved to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, but eventually relocated in Portland, and we have been living here since 1993. I'd also like to add that my mantra is I'm Eritrean, I am self-reliant, I am a radical thinker, I'm always one step away from achieving whatever it is in front of me. I am Ristam. And a little bit about my portrait here. So the location that I shot my portrait at was Cathedral Park. Like I said before, I'm born and raised in North Portland, and anyone uh, may know of Cathedral Park and how much of a staple it is in the community. And I chose this because I felt like the scenic views and kind of like the overbearing arches were best fitting for like a professional photo. And I'd say my favorite thing about my portraits is like how gritty it is. It's got like a little bit of a grit texture to it. And I feel like that kind of speaks towards like my upbringing and a lot of the experience I've had in life. And this first poem that I'm going to read kind of touches on that and some of the life experiences that have shaped me. And it's called I Got a Story to Tell. I got a story to tell. From dirt rocks and mud bricks, my parents took a trip through that East African weather. Left everything behind and had one thing in mind: my brother Michael and their unborn children. They walked into the unknown, treading the entire way, knowing that things weren't easy, but they would see better days. Dad started scrapping metal and saved money to his name. bought one-way tickets, and moved my family away from the destruction and pain. First Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, but found home in North Portland. Then came me, ready to take on the world head first. The neighborhood hero is the legacy I will leave behind. A statement I stand by, just give me some time. 10,000 hours away from my own success. But what is life without making twice as many mistakes? The best teacher in my life was my own experiences, where I failed and learned who I really was. No details to the statutes of limitations, but we've come a long way and haven't even scratched the surface. Mike Capes once said, "This is for them kids on free and reduced lunches, still chasing their dreams from the Ville out to the numbers. Don't let them say that you can't. Use your heart as a compass. Rather you into rhyming, schooling, or shooting jumpers. Everything I just told you, I mean it absolutely. This is my story by yours truly." Thank you. So this next piece that I'm going to read is called Dear Other Side. So the story behind this is this past summer, every Tuesday, I believe, we engaged with police and we did various poetry writing exercises with them. And the topic of the poetry write was a letter to the other side. So the way I attacked it was I just laid down my thoughts and my feelings at that various moment about like where I stand with police. Dear officers, what is it that you fear? If you sat down and had a conversation with me, you'd be amazed. Every time I see you, I wonder, am I next? Do my parents have to bury their youngest child? Honestly, I'm a black man in a white man's territory. I will no longer look towards the system for help. Not that I have in the past, but I especially won't now. I will come up with the solutions, and my people will rise up. Thank you. Next up, I'd like to bring Malcolm Cole to the stage, to the imaginary stage, and let's hear what Malcolm has to say.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Malcolm Cole. I am a junior at Lincoln High School. I am currently 17, and a little bit about me. I want to go to college and go pursue in zoology or veterinarian studies, and I am super excited about that. And yeah, so the two poems I'm going to read today are Dear the Other Side and If I Ruled the World. I'm going to start with Dear the Other Side. And when I originally typed this or wrote this out, I was coming from a place where I knew change could be real, and I am hopeful for it. So I'm going to start from here. Dear officers, I want to be able to trust each and every one of you. I want to be able to go to the police if I do extremely need help. I want to be able to call a cop my friend and be able to use them as an outlet. Though your system has made it to where for years, I can't even trust the ones that swore to protect all lives. I want my family and my future children to be able to trust a cop. And I want the safety of my life, knowing they won't have a chance of dying if they were ever involved with one. For years and years, my family has not trusted police, based on what has happened to us personally and the news that comes on daily. I do believe that not every cop is bad. I believe that there are just bad people who choose to be cops. Though your system for the police has been corrupted and is still corrupted to this day. We are being targeted, even if it's not blatant in the eye. Look at what a normal crook would look like. I want to be able to live in a world where police are needed for the right reasons. I want there to be new policies in place so my life isn't in danger. I want to be able to walk home and not be absolutely terrified if I see a sheriff or a cop car. Please, take the time to understand what is happening in the world and don't play it off. My life is in danger, and as soon as I step foot outside of my house, that fear is what drives me to be better than what the cruel world plays me out to be. All I want is a fair life, and a life as anyone else. Please allow me that. And the second poem I have today is If I Ruled the World. And Lakiana talked a little bit about it, how it was based on If I Ruled the World, the song, and with certain keywords in it. And I just took it to heart and just kept going with it. And with this portrait right here, it was at Peninsula Park. I chose that place because I thought of it for the flowers and the roses. For me, they show a symbol of love, show a symbol of life, and they show a symbol of hope. And here's If I Ruled the World. If I ruled the world will be filled with laughter and joy. I would make the world know that they are okay with who they are, and it is extremely okay with who their lives are. As long as everyone can live in unity and be aside one another, it would make the earth whole. It would put people aside of their box and show their real skin, and they can fully express their personality. I would make the justice system an uncruel place, but a place to where people would feel when they knew where they messed up, but still have an opportunity in life to change that. If I ruled the world, nothing's off the table. Everyone can come up with their own ideas and beliefs and express them to see how they fit. As long as it's not hurting one another, not causing harm toward the environment around them, and it's beneficial for themselves. The police will be set on an entirely different system. With the screwed up system that we have today, I will do my entire best to make sure the police are where people can feel safe. I want life to be as sweet as chocolate cake and ice cream, to have world peace all around. I would make a system where no one is overthrown and everyone can have their own opinion, and people would be able to say, there's no consequences towards other people's actions. There would be no such thing as a thorn in my book, to where no one has extreme power over another. If we work in unity and not in greed, we can elevate our species to another level. And I believe I am passing on to this imaginary stage, Solomon next up, if I'm right.
Hi, my name is Solomon Scott, and I'm a sophomore at Madison High School, as well as a first-year Waiters Bond intern. After graduating from high school, I would like to attend a historically Black college or university to pursue a career in law and politics. My biggest life goal would include being elected president of the United States in hopes to secure a better future for everybody, young or old, regardless of race or class. The first poem that I'm about to present is special to me because, in my opinion, I feel like it's my best work because it's genuine and unique to me as an individual. Poetry is something new to me, but I especially feel like I've gotten the hang of it over the last year. This is There's an Iron Wind. It's easy to count to 1, 2, 3. It's easy to go when you want to leave. It's easy to succeed when you're part of a team. It's easy to shine when you want to beam. It's harder to talk when you want to scream. It's a battle with heart through the mind of a team. There's more to a person than eyes ever see. It's easy to succeed when you're part of a team. My second poem is the If I Ruled the World poem. This was mostly a freestyle, but I'm also going to tell it today. I'm in a box like I'm Roddy Ricch. Justice in the air, but nobody is giving it. Trying to bring money to the table, the police ain't trying to stop me. Chocolate cake topped off with frosted icing. I'm gonna watch the throne and then I'm gonna fix my vices. I won't say it again, so don't even entice me. If I want it, then it's mine, kind of like that song by Bazzi. Let me calm down. My new shorty is a Pisces. I also wanted to talk about my pictures and the setting and what it means to me. I chose to take my pictures at Overlook Park, specifically because of the view of downtown Portland in the back. As you can see, shows the Fremont Bridge, Um, Another reason that I chose that setting is because of the Overlook Park. The Overlook restaurant, actually, that we lost a couple years ago due to gentrification.
Just to add to that, the first poem that Solomon read is not in the current version of the book you guys have, because when I was typing up his second poem that he just read, I liked this so much that I got so excited that I forgot to write the rest of his poems. So it's in the second edition. There's actually 2 more poems that Solomon has to be in there. So I'm not encouraging you to buy another copy, but I'm just saying you might have to borrow someone's who does have a second one, just to see that. We're gonna come back to Travell. Travell's not in the Zoom chat yet.
Hello, I am Mari Roan. I am 17. I go to Centennial High School, and my mantra is I'm someone who won't accept disrespect. I am the oldest of 8 siblings. I am always going to be there for my friends and family. I am a leader, and I am Black. My first poem that I'll be reading to you is If I Ruled the World. If I ruled the world, I would feel like a god, a saint, someone above everything. Although ruling the world would be hard, and I would feel like I would have the world in the palm of my hands. Like I could take it and put it in a box. The world would have justice for everyone, and there may be a lot of consequences, There would be a table of consequences to choose from. There would be justice for all the innocent Black men killed by police, and justice for all the people who died from police brutality. I hate chocolate cake. If someone were to bring that to my throne, I would have to hit them with the cake. Cake is nasty. My second poem I'll be reading is Dear Other Side. Dear officers, if you're racist, turn in your badge. If you abuse your power as a cop, turn in your badge. Cops who abuse power and commit police brutality shouldn't be cops, because they are the main reason people are scared of the police. And then this poem. This poem, I want to go in depth about this next poem that I'm about to read. This next poem, it's about cake. Now, I'm talking about the food, and this is my opinion on cake, because carrot cake is the most superior cake, all right? Carrot cake is the most superior cake, not ice cream cake, not strawberry cake, not vanilla, not red velvet, not butter, not pound, not marble, not sponge, not apple, not coconut, not banana, not coffee, not cheese, not shortcake, not upside down cake, no, not cupcakes, not Christmas cake, not fruit cake, not lemon cake, and definitely not chocolate. But you gotta go with carrot cake. And those are all my poems.
Mari, can you talk a little bit about your portraits, and then also a little bit more about who you are?
This portrait was at Matt Dishman Community Center. The reason I took my portraits here, I wanted Lakiana to surprise me with a location, and this is the location I got, because I couldn't come up with a spot. But I liked the spot he chose, and I liked how the pictures turned out, and I felt good about it. I've been to Matt Dishman Community Center one time, and that was with my cousin. I had a lot of fun there. So when I got there, I was like, I've been here before. And then more about me is I want to go to college and study finance and business so that I could be a chief financial officer. And I'm still looking into the details to figure out where I want to be a chief financial officer at, but I'll figure it out. And now I'd like to pass the Stage on to Munga.
Hello. Hello, my name is Monga Sangolo. My mantra is, actually, I'm a senior at Central Catholic, and I'm a Zambian-born Congolese immigrant. My mantra is, I'm somebody, I'm African, I'm trailblazing, I'm divergent, I am for the people, I am by the people, I am. And for the poetry that I'll be reading, the first one that I'm reading is called Ingrained. My heart dropped. 8 minutes 46 seconds seem like hours. Have you ever wondered what it feels like to be still? Nothing moving but tears trickling down your face, which even our hands can't erase. They're ingrained. Cycles of trauma keep us fiending. I wish they knew the way we were screaming. Heart pounding, skin bleeding, heart rate speeding, my will to live receding. And they tell me to breathe. These tears trickle down my face and my hands can't even erase. They're ingrained. It's the system. Maybe just act like you missed them. The second poem I'm reading is A Letter to the Black Boy, and I'm going to read my extended version. Okay. A Letter to the Black Boy. Don't be afraid to show emotion. You'll get your heart broke, but that's fine. I did too, and I got right back up. Black boy, be open to change. Changing your thoughts and ideas because you are a protector. A leader. A letter to the black boy. A letter to the black boy who may not want to be a black boy. Take pride in your skin that others so desperately covet. Black boy, make your mama proud. Black boy, make your papa proud. In fact, make your family proud. This is a letter to all the black boys. A letter to those black boys who know nothing but pain. It gets better some days. I know not all days will be roses and sunshine, but surely God looks after these, so you must try to believe. Oh, black boy. If you knew your power, you wouldn't wince when people got you dismissed, but instead you'd smile. Black boy joy keeps the waves afloat. And also your do-rag. A letter to the black boys that I can't promise tomorrow. Tamir Rice wasn't given that same luxury. Trayvon didn't reach adulthood. A letter to the black boys to live life to the fullest. Because even as a black boy, you are posed as a threat. It's got me wondering, am I next? This is a letter to the black boy that doesn't fit into a black box, that doesn't fit the status quo, that doesn't conform to your centric standards of what y'all impose on him. A letter to the black boy that I was once you. I was the shoeless black boy dribbling a soccer ball on the concrete. I was the African kid my mom and dad didn't hesitate to dress up. Yeah, I got those looks. But this poem, this letter, it's a letter to the black boy. The black boy from the Ville and the black boy from the Congo. The black boy who's bilingual and the black boy who knows everything but English. The black boy with the fits and the black boy with the hits. This poem's for you. Go shine, black boy. You got a story to tell. And then the picture that I had done is a picture that was taken by a photographer named Andrew Lee. I met him through activism this summer, and I chose Cathedral Park. These are actually my senior photos, and I chose Cathedral Park because I just like the scenic view, as well as the St. John's Bridge overlooking the park, which was pretty cool to have that incorporated into my picture as well with my African attire. Thank you.
You're being a little humble. Could you speak to the recent honor of the poem you just read?
Yeah, jury notified me that that poem's gonna be spoken by some of our Word is Bond participants and some trailblazers for Black History Month.
I'm gonna turn it back over to Malcolm to open us up for question and answer. At this point, we would love to have people ask questions to the authors, either on their individual poems and deeper meanings to them, or questions on the campaign, or on their experiences as Black men, or any of those topics or things that you also might think of. If you can use the hand raise feature, I'm going to stop sharing so we can kind of all see each other now. If you want to use the hand raise feature, which is in the participant window, if you open that up, you can raise your hand, and we'll kind of just go from there. But Malcolm, I'll turn it back over to you to kick this part off.
Yeah, if you have a question or comment about anything, just raise your hand feature, and then I guess we'll start from there.
I'm gonna apologize. How do I raise my hand?
What's up, big bro? No, you don't even got to do it. I know you enough. Go ahead.
Okay, to the audience. Hi, my name is Kevin. I'm actually joining you guys from Madison, Wisconsin. And my question to the young men: how do you come up with your mantras? Can anybody explain a little more about the mantras they selected? The first gentleman, I'm the next big thing. I love that. But any of you guys want to respond to your mantras and how did Lucky get you guys? Is that something Lucky Anna had you guys think about?
Yes. Oh, you can talk.
Oh, it's okay. You can go first.
All right. So over the summer, Mr. Jury came up to us. He's like, "Oh, we gotta make our own mantras." At first, I didn't know what a mantra was. So he was like, "Oh, just list things that describe you, or something that's you believe in." So my mantra was, "I am bold, I am hardworking, determined, I am the next big thing. I am a student athlete, and I am a proud Sudanese." So it basically describes me, what I'm all about. And he made us all write it down, and every time before our Zoom calls and stuff, he made us introduce our mantras to everyone to start off our class in a good high note.
Just to add to that, I don't know if I said my mantra when I was presenting my poetry, but I actually had to come up with mine on the spot on my first day of the program. And of course, I mean, not of course, but I didn't know what a mantra was. So I had to have that explained to me, and I had to tweak it a little bit over the coming weeks until I finally found one that stuck with me. And that is, I'm wise, I'm peaceful, I'm someone who sets his mind to his passions, I'm a quick thinker, and I am me in this life that can't be changed.
I just want to just follow up with that for a real quick second. The man that asked that question is Kevin Torrance, a very special individual to me. He was my mentor growing up. I've told the youth a lot about that many different times, that when I was growing up, I grew up without my father, and I was matched with Kevin through the Big Brothers and Big Sisters program when I was 10 years old. And the wait list for a Black male mentor in Madison, Wisconsin at the time was 2 years. So I was really lucky to be matched with Kevin. And a lot of what I do today was inspired by the experiences that I had with him, and being able to have a Black man in my life when there wasn't one previous to that. So Kevin, I love you, and I appreciate you being here. And, he continues to show up. I don't know, what is this, 20 years later?
It's wonderful, yes. And at the same time, being a big is like having a little, and watching you young men grow and keeping up with the latest ideas, and you guys sharing what you're thinking is wonderful. It keeps me young. So Lucky, I'm very proud of you. I call him Lucky, I don't know if you guys call him Mr. Jury, but Lucky Anna, but as he was, as a young man, he was called Lucky in his household. So I need to probably get off of that.
That's all good.
Okay. Thank you.
Malcolm, I'll turn it over to you. I think we have Mustafa next, and then I think there was a question in the chat too.
Hey, I don't have a question, just a comment. I just wanted to shout out all of y'all, young Black Kings, man. Y'all really spoke to my soul tonight, man. Just words is powerful beyond measure. And I hope y'all continue to cultivate that skill and talent. Much love.
Paul was also raising his hand.
To meet. Oh, can you hear me? I'm good. How's that? You see me? Okay. My name is Paul Lyda. I'm the chaplain at the Washington County Sheriff's Office, and I had an opportunity to hear from some of you in a meeting just a few weeks ago. I purchased a couple of copies of the book, but I understand I might need to go out and purchase more because there's been additions. So no worries there. I'm looking forward to it. I have to say, one of the things that struck me in this time is hearing these poems in the voices of the authors. Is it Amari with Carrot Cake? Is that how you pronounce author's name?
Yes.
Yeah, Amari, I got to tell you, when I read Carrot Cake, just in my head, it lacked all of the passion that you shared in reading it in your own voice, and I loved that. And it made me think, as great as the book is, I'm wondering if, and maybe I'm late to the party, but is there any plans, or have there already been plans to maybe put these poems in a digital format, either with video or at least audio, where we could hear these poems in the author's voices? Because I got to tell you guys, hearing your words with the points of emphasis, or things where you drop your voice or raise your voice, where you get just your emotion coming through, is so powerful. And as much as I enjoyed the book and reading those poems and your thoughts, hearing the emotion in it was very powerful. And I appreciate you guys putting your hearts out there in this way.
So with, I guess you're I guess wondering where, if we were going to I guess say like our poems like aloud and all that, right?
Yeah. Like in a recorded format, where people could get copies.
So right now, we so basically this is the first, like, we have said like this poetry I guess aloud with the community. And so I feel like that question would be up to jury, because I do think that's a really great idea, just to send that out with it. He is the main man in this, and so I feel like it would be up to him. So jury, what are your thoughts on that?
I'm deferring to you guys. If that's something y'all want to do, y'all the main mans. I'm just the screen clicker. I think that's a wonderful idea, and I would be down to do that. I think there's a lot of other aspects we could probably pull off this. We could, yeah. I love that idea though. I just dropped where you can buy a copy of the book for folks that want to. Will this recording be available later? Yes, it will be. We started recording right when Cap started reading.
And I may have missed it earlier. Did I believe, was it Alistair that had a question earlier? Did I get that wrong? Or
Hey guys, I actually didn't have a question earlier. I think I've just been using the clap emoji a lot because you guys have been so inspiring and so awesome. So thank you guys for blessing us with your art tonight.
Elisa, is that right?
Yes. Hello. I dropped a question in the chat. I wanted to know if you all could talk a little bit more about the different programs that you have. I think in the beginning, a few folks had mentioned they were either interns or ambassadors. Could you talk a little bit about the different programs or what the different kind of positions mean and how that runs through the year?
Yeah.
Thanks.
So we say community ambassadors, like, because we're interns, but we like to use the word community ambassadors instead of interns. And so using that word, we feel is more, I guess, brought to the public as we're doing this stuff for the community. We're doing this for us. We're not just, trying to do this as a job to get paid. All right, we're doing this to get our story out. We're doing this for a reason. We're doing this for a cause. And with that name, community ambassadors, it really publicates that. And so if you're asking, like, there's different positions, there is the community ambassadors, and then there's basically the higher up. So like the program manager, and then all the stuff above that, if that's what you're wondering.
Thanks. I was mostly, I didn't know if there was a difference between for the youth, the different positions, but that is very helpful. Thank you. And does the program run throughout the whole year, or, because I thought at one point it was just a summer program?
I believe originally it was mainly through the summer, but I believe Mr. Jury wanted to keep this going and keep it going on throughout the year, because like we said before, it's Black History Year, not Black History Month, not just something small. So I believe he wanted to keep this going and to basically, I guess, definitely do something for Black History Month. And we'd also like to thank you for your donation from the Meyer Memorial Trust. We like to thank you so much for that, by the way.
Not a problem. It's a long time coming. We are very happy to partner with you all and start this kind of relationship. And I know I was feeding in some of the kind of letting folks know about you all. And so, it's fantastic. And maybe some more folks from our staff can join you all for another presentation sometime in the future.
Yeah. Thank you so much. And I believe we have another question from, I believe it's Trevi Thomas. So when you guys don't get that, the question is, with no in-class school, no sports, and the other things taken away by COVID, what is a good or great day for you? And so, got one of you guys will take it, like Ristam or Munga, Salman, or Maria. What do y'all think?
What was that question again?
Got you. It's with no in-class school, no sports, and the other things taken away by COVID, what is a good or great day for you?
Go ahead.
All right. A good or great day for me. What I usually do when I get up in the morning, I set little goals for myself throughout the day. Do a 20-minute workout, drink a certain amount of water, get certain things done in the day. So when I get those little goals done throughout the day, that I would say that is a great day.
I would say a great day for me is starting off the day, getting ahead of my schoolwork, and then being able to come to our Word is Bond meeting and like kind of, do something outside of like schoolwork or like some of my more like personal things, and to be able to like just engage with other people, because like us being like kind of like stuck in like our homes, like we don't have like a lot of like human interaction, I guess. So like I look forward to like the Word is Bond meetings. And to finish off my day after being on Zoom meetings, after like completing my homework and just like staring at a screen all day, my favorite thing to do is work out or put some headphones in and go to the park and get some fresh air and like play basketball for like an hour or two. Just kind of get lost out there and just like decompress.
Also, I can add to that. A good or great day for me would probably be just tranquility and knowing that I got something done during the day, to keep it simple.
And I believe we have a question for Ruben.
Hey there. Thanks so much for putting on this this presentation. Love it. I'm a fan of the program too. And one of the things I love about Word is Bond is that it is in your own voice. And I know that the program is literally transformational. Like Lakiana mentioned, the first thing you do is you get a new suit, you get a fresh cut. You learn about yourself, and you do all these things in the process, like public speaking, and I love this poetry project because it digs deeper, and it's all about expression. I just want to put this question to the ambassadors, like what if anything have you learned about yourself through that process that you didn't know or realize in the beginning?
Can I start? Word is Bond taught me that there is a leader in me. Like before, I wasn't sure if, being a leader was something that was already within me. And I also didn't know that it could be taught too. Leadership skills was a part of Word is Bond, something that was built within me. And that's something I'll forever be grateful for this program, is building my leadership skills and helping me become, someone that knows that that's something that's in me.
I also want to add on to that. I think something that Word is Bond taught me is listening to other different perspectives and different opinions and respecting those. I don't think you can be a leader without listening to what other people have to say on the other end of the aisle.
I can add on to that too. I feel like the one thing I feel like that I've taken away from Word is Bond is like that like I'm truly like capable of like achieving whatever it is I desire. I just got to make sure that like it aligns with the things that I'm passionate about, and it aligns with the person I want to be in the future. Like I feel like through this program, I've realized like there's really like nothing standing in my way but me. And that's like the constant battle I got to go through every day, is just overcoming my own small barriers, and knowing that like as long as I continue to like just put my head down and work, like it'll all be like a beautiful picture in the end.
And I think for me, it was more of a thing of learning that I have, like, there are basically communities everywhere I go. And in each community, it's basically going to be different. It's going to be different styles. It's going to be different life. And it's not always going to be the same, no matter how like the term is outsiders envision it. And it's more of getting to not only adapt, but to really embrace different communities that Word is Bond has really taught me to do, and to embrace basically the family around me and the family like around like Word is Bond, and embrace everyone like that is within it, I guess, for me. And I think we have a question from Sue, which is, are there any activities planned when your photos are at the courthouse at the end of the month? I do not know, jury. Do we have any activities planned?
So the portraits are up all over the city right now, and these Black-owned businesses and the law enforcement agencies. At the end of the month, we're taking them to the county courthouse, which is literally the only building that's publicly open right now, and they're going to be on display all together, right? Because they're all kind of scattered across the city in the greater area. So that's our initial plan. Definitely want to thank the Multnomah County District Attorney's Office under the leadership of Mike Schmidt for inviting us in to have the kind of coordinating that piece. Their office is located in there. We did one of 2 presentations with them today there. We don't have any other activities planned with it. I think we're going to do something when we put them all up, and we'll get everybody together. We don't get a ton of opportunities to be together in person. When we had a couple like Blitz days where we like put all the portraits together, signed all the books. So there are far and few between times when we get together. So I think we'll try and do something special, take some photos, maybe invite some folks in if that's possible. But that's kind of the plan right now. And then we're still trying to figure out what we want to do with all the portraits. There's 2 copies of each intern's portrait. So obviously one of them will go home with them. And then the other one, we're thinking of creative ideas of where they could permanently be displayed. The idea is that photos of Black boys have never been utilized for what photos should be for, which is to celebrate people, which is to capture moments, but they're always used to demonize Black people or their mugshots, right? When you look at the photos that were chosen after Trayvon Martin was killed, or Tamir Rice, or even Mike Brown. So there should be a space in Portland where these photos stay permanently. So we'll kind of think of that, but I don't have an idea at this moment. So email me if you have some ideas.
And we would also like to thank Sue for being our grant writer. Thank you so much.
Any other questions we got in here? Any closing thoughts from our ambassadors? Final things that they would like to say before we close it up?
Can't wait for the project after this one.
Yeah, I also want to thank everybody for coming out and supporting us and, buying our book, showing love. Thank you.
I will add that I don't know if somebody else had previously mentioned this, but a lot of our location hosts, when the community came and visited our portraits, a lot of the community hosts were asked like who died when they saw the portraits. So they thought that we were being memorialized or something at those various locations. And I felt like that was like kind of like that very reason is the exact reason like this project came about. Like we're trying to rewrite the stereotype of that, and we're trying to normalize the fact that Black men can wear suits. Black people do look good in professional attire, and I feel like the work we're doing, we're allowing people to engage with us, and give Black people their flowers while they're still alive. I think that's the main thing. I'll just leave it on that.
Well said. Can everybody hold up their books if you have one? And I would love to take a screenshot just for our purposes so we can capture that. All right, let me hang on 1 second, y'all. All right, on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Appreciate you guys again for being here. If you haven't gone to see the portraits, check out our website. They're all around Portland and different Black-owned businesses. Thank you again to our sponsors, to the so many of you guys who have donated, from foundations to individuals. We have a couple of videos coming up with the Portland Trailblazers. I believe one of them will be shown tomorrow of our guys reading the poems. And then at the end of the month, there will be one with Munga's poem, where our youth are reading the poem along with players from the Portland Trailblazers. So stay tuned for both of those. And again, thank you for being out here. And to our guys, they've worked so hard this month. Someone said, when's the next project? We are taking vacation after this. It has been an exhausting month. They have been battling through this, through school, through so many other projects. And we also forgot to mention that they're being paid for their time too through Multnomah County. There is a like an internship program that's paying them to do all their presentations, because we do not believe in free Black labor, and for them to go into law enforcement agencies and to speak to them and to share their experiences is not something that we are giving away for free. So making sure that they are paid for their time. And yeah, thank you all for being here, and we will see you soon. Good night.